this is Flix Media Studios, you know what I'm saying? So I typically it would be that way, but I'll handle that, and then you just cover the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we about to do some work, man.
You know what I mean?
We about to do some work.
You know what I mean? Speaking of work, man, welcome to episode 1 of From the Sandbox podcast.
Yeah.
Right here at Flix Media Studios. Very happy to say that, man. Yeah, so this is episode 1 of From the Sandbox podcast, man. Y'all know me, man. I've been doing podcasts for a minute, but I'm back with another one, with a different one. This one gonna be dope. This one gonna be one of the dopest ones I've done, man.
Let's get it.
I'm Mike Rondo, aka Michael Flix. Y'all know me. Introduce yourself, brother.
What's up, man? Welcome to the first episode of From the Sandbox. I'm your boy D. You know, I'm chilling with my cuddy right now. We about to chill and do our thing on this little podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I told my dude I want to do a podcast. He was like, well, actually, I mentioned it. Like, I want to say almost a year ago, and you kind of just like let it float. Like, I said it, and you kind of just let it float. Like, that ain't really my vibe. And then I reshared the video when I was talking about me not really showering on the Family Room podcast, and he was like, y'all boys having fun. I was like, I'm telling you, bro, you should just do the podcast. And he was like, I'm with it. I'm like, nigga, finally, let's go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
having
saying?
fun, man. Y'all was having fun.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna have fun on this podcast too, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna get into all of that. I ain't gonna get into all that. We gonna have fun on this podcast too,
Let's
man.
get
You
it.
know
Let's
what I'm
get
saying?
it.
But yeah, man, it's From the Sandbox, and we calling it that because that's how long we known each other, man. We and my guy D go back to the Sandbox with it, man. Y'all probably seen on the gram a little bit, you know what I'm saying? After I get done with work and I'm downtown and stuff, we'll go out, grab a drink, or find a little something to do downtown or whatnot. This is dude I'm with every time, man. This dude I'm with. I don't really be out like that anyway, but when I am out, this is who I'm with, you know what I'm saying? And we go back to 1990, probably like 96 or 7?
96, 97.
Because I moved to Southeast in 93, probably met you like 96.
Yeah, I moved down there when I was in 3rd grade, 4th grade.
Mm-hmm. I was 2nd or 3rd, you were 3rd or 4th, because you was always a grade ahead of me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The 4th grade, yeah. 96, 97.
Mm-hmm. So matter of fact, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how we met. Let's talk about how we met. So I was already living. I've been living in Southeast at that point. Originally from Long Beach, from the east side of Long Beach. My dad's job moved us to Southeast. I've been living there for 3 years, and obviously you've been there for 3 years, and it was a dead end street. Agua Vista, shout out Agua Vista, man, and everybody lived on Agua Vista back in the 90s, man. And it was a dead end street, and so and that was back when you still really knew and kicked it with and hung out with your neighbors in your neighborhood. Like now you pretty much, like me, I've had a few different apartments since I've been grown, and aside from maybe one other person, I don't really be kicking it with and doing barbecues and hanging out watching the game with my neighbors like that. But back in the 90s, that's how it was, you know what I'm saying? So we've been there for 3 years. We know everybody on the street for the most part, everybody outside. And we had already known Miss Jones, and then you moved on the block. And actually, your foster brother was already there, and we didn't really like him. I forget his name, but we didn't
Tony?
It was
Tony.
Tony.
Dark Tony?
It was Tony. And we didn't really like Tony.
Yeah.
We didn't really like Tony. And then so when you moved in, we thinking and then you introduced yourself to us as his brother. Mm-hmm. And so we man, if we don't really, he cool. It's not like every time he come on our street, we run him off the street. When he came around, it was he a little different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we was already giving you that energy, you know what I'm saying? But then you know what I'm saying, you came with the jokes. You was good at football. He was kind of I'm gonna just say it. I wouldn't give that energy to people now that I'm older and I'm an adult and I'm more mature. But back then, when you were a kid, when you feel like you more you dress a certain way and you play sports and you talk a certain way, and then when it's somebody on your block that don't look, talk, and act like you like, oh, this nigga's a nerd. This nigga's a square. And so that's how we looked at him. And so we figured you was the same, but then you came with the jokes. You was good at football and basketball, you know what I'm saying? And it was oh, he different, you know what I'm saying? He way different than dude, you know what I'm saying? So that was dope, though, man. That was dope. What do you remember about moving onto the block?
So I remember my family originates from Chicago in the Bay Area. You know, I got family in San Diego too. So I moved to San Diego in 97, or the Southeast in 97. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I moved in with my foster mom, Miss Jones, you know what I'm saying? I remember just being nervous to go outside because I didn't really know nobody. She was like, take your ass outside. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right. I went outside, I cut that little corner. I saw y'all playing up the street, and I just tried to come out there and just make my way, you know what I'm saying? We had some fun times, man, from sleepovers birthday parties, playing basketball at MLK, playing football for VP, two-hand touch in the middle of the street, smear the queer. We played a lot of stuff, man. You know.
Tell me, do you remember this though? Do you remember stealing silver caps off the nice cars?
Yes.
To put on our bikes.
Putting them on the bikes. Yes.
Man, that was like.
It was notorious for that.
And even back then, like I knew it was stealing, but I used to look at it like, man, they be alright. It ain't like they can't drive the car. Yeah. It ain't like the air gonna come out the
caps
tire.
Ain't nothing but $2-3 anyway, man. They can get another cap.
And it was like, man, like back then when you was riding a bike. And first of all, back then having a bike was like having a car. If you had a bike,
you was the dude.
You could be anywhere in our little radius. You could be anywhere in a matter of 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So having a bike was like having a car. And so if you got silver caps, it was like you just threw some rims on your car. Really, like
silver caps and pegs.
Yes,
you was in there,
the pegs
man.
for sure. Hey, you know what? I remember you being good at skateboarding.
I was good at skateboarding back in the day. I was actually real good.
You were.
I skateboarded all the way up through like 6th, 7th grade, and I started taking sports a little more serious. I was getting ready for high school and stuff like that.
I remember you saying that.
I cut the skateboarding off and just got straight to like football, baseball. I didn't really do too much basketball in high school. I played 1 year. Actually, so the first year I actually played, I got cut from my high school team.
Basketball team?
Yeah, they cut me. You feel me? 9th grade, they cut me. You know, the dudes that was on the team was better than me, you know what I'm saying? But they cut me. But I remember going to the coach saying, yo, you know, what could I do better so when I try out next year, I can make the squad. He looked at me and was like, well, if you work on this, work on that, you know, you'll be good. So I kept working. You know, he would come to the gym and see me still working. A couple of cats got ineligible and couldn't play. He said, yo, you still trying to play? I said, yeah. So I get into my first game versus Claremont. Boom.
What school you playing at?
This is when I was at Hoover in 9th grade.
Okay.
This is before I transferred. I get my first play. I put this on guy, can't make this up. We had a center named Jesse. Boom, he inbounds it to me at the 3.
Big light skinned dude?
Yeah, tall light skin.
Yep.
I got the mole right here?
Yep.
Yeah. I chuck it up, backboard, boom, 3. I feel like I was AI or something. I'm like, yo. So every time we bring the ball down, I bring it down. If I'm open, I'm shooting. I was about 1 for 8 that game before the coach said stop. But I had 3 points my freshman year, baby.
Hey, you know what? Outside of getting back on the team, my story's like that too, bro. I tried out for the team my freshman year and got cut.
Yeah, basketball.
Yep, got cut from the basketball team freshman year, but I got cut because the coach felt like I had a bad attitude. He was one of them super old school coaches that was like gonna run you until your tongue hanging out, and then he gonna start practice to see who really want to play. You know what I'm saying? And I call myself trying to be a leader. I feel like I'm one of the. There was this white boy named Patrick. He was our point guard in middle school, and he was also trying to, like, Steph was in the same grade as me, but Steph was trying out for JV. Steph was like, I ain't wasting. I'm better than these niggas. I'm trying out for JV. But I was like, freshman team is where I gotta be this year. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was the second best point guard out there, but I felt like if I play as hard as I can, because Patrick, he tried to play kind of cool sometimes. So I'm thinking, like, if I play as hard as I can and then show that I'm a leader, I'ma look like the best point guard out here, you know what I'm saying? Even though skill-wise, I'm really not, you know what I'm saying? And so, it's one dude named Kentrell. Shout out to the homie.
I remember Kentrell.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He used to be up at the gym and shit with us too.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie Kentrell. We running line, and our coach, Carl, he was crazy. Like, he was one of them dudes that, like, he gonna tell you to run 5 suicides, but if somebody don't touch the line, it's double now. So now we got 10. He was one of them type of crazy coaches, you know what I'm saying? And Kentrell didn't touch the line. And I call myself trying to be a leader and holding him accountable. I'm like, Kentrell, touch the line, bro. He's like, I did. I'm like, no, you didn't. Stop lying. Thinking, like, that's how it was, like, out here when I lived out. And granted, this is in Escondido, but out here, like, when you're the captain of the team, that's how you talk to your teammates. You know what I'm saying? The coach didn't like that. He felt like I had a bad attitude. And this is back when he posting a list of who made the team up on the window at the gym. And so the next day, you gotta go up there and look in front of everybody, and I didn't see my name, and it was one of them. And you know what?
I know that feeling.
He told me like one of them things that, like, it probably would happen for you, how he seen you working and, like, let you come be back on the team. He asked me if I wanted to, like, be equipment manager, if I wanted to or if I wanted to hang out and still practice but not playing the games. I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Right.
But I'm thinking, like, when you said that, I'm thinking, like, you know what? If I'd have just stayed and hung out, he probably would have been like, you know what? Let me get this dude a jersey and see what he got. You know what I'm saying? But
But still, it's about the pride. Like,
Right,
okay, I
right.
didn't cut the team. He's go see me in the gym being the water boy.
Right. And at the time,
Is that what you tried out for, Mike, the water boy?
and at the time, the coach never told me that he cut me because of my attitude. Remember, I said Steph played JV. The freshman coach told the JV coach why he cut me. Because the coach was looking at like, you cut Mike, like his brother might start for me on JV. Like, why Mike didn't make the team? He got bad attitude. I didn't like his attitude. I didn't find that out until like midway through the season. I was like, that's why he cut me?
See, but
that makes sense because I knew I was better than these niggas.
But I honestly don't think that's having a bad attitude. I think that's somebody stepping up being a leader. You want that out of somebody on your team.
I told him to shut up though. I said, shut up, stop lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's probably not the way to go about it.
Yeah.
If I'd have been like, bro, touch the line. If I'd have just, you know what I'm saying? It might have looked and been received a little different,
Sometimes the words can alter things and make it sound worse than they is.
For sure. But yeah, so yeah, man, we go way back, man. What's that? 96, 2006, almost 20 years now, man.
Yeah, man, we've been rocking for a minute, bro.
Over 20 years. 2016, like 25, 26 years now. 25, 26 years now. That's crazy.
Long time.
That's crazy. We got disconnected a couple times and then reconnected because I remember for a long time we hadn't spoke for years because we moved out to Escondido when I was in 6th grade, so you were in 7th grade.
Yeah.
And I don't think we spoke again until my freshman year in high school. Cause I remember you came out. I forget why, but I remember you came out and stayed a couple days during the week with us.
Yeah.
And you came to school. And you were like coming to my classes with me.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that, and they came and got us.
And I remember I knew it was gonna be cool because I guess I should. He's still a teacher. I guess I shouldn't say his name and air him out. But I had a hella cool math teacher, and I knew that it wouldn't be an issue if I brought you to his class. You know what I'm saying? And so I brought you in there, and I remember I was about to tell him like, "Oh, this is my cousin. He's just in town. Like he didn't want to stay home, so he came to school. He was gonna let us rock. But I remember you was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a new student." Like before I got a chance to say anything. He was like, I'm a new student. And I was like, and I remember he just looked at me like, fam, I get a roster every day. Like, I know this nigga's not. He even said that to me the next day. He was like, you know, you could have just told me the truth. I would have let him hang out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he still let you hang out. But he told me the next day, like that was stupid. Like, why you?
It was fun walking around campus. It was some honeys. Shout out to Orange Glen High School. There was some honeys back there. Shout out to all y'all watching.
I was about to say, all my homegirls was on you.
I ain't gonna say no name. There's one specific name, but I ain't gonna say it. I think she was like the flyest girl in the school.
What's her name?
But I ain't gonna say her name.
Say her name. I'll believe it. It won't make the show. I'll believe it.
Joy. Joy was the flyest one in the school. You can keep this shit. Fuck it. She was the flyest one in the school, man.
She's married now.
I heard.
Got a kid.
I heard.
Married and got a kid. Yep. But yeah, man, we back rocking now, man. We doing a podcast.
Sandbox.
Let's jump into some of these topics, man.
Let's get it.
You see the fight?
I didn't see the fight. I was busy that night doing something, but I saw the highlights and what occurred. You know, like Jake Paul getting knocked through them ropes and almost falling out.
He almost fell through the ropes. And that would have to count as a knockdown, right? Yeah, for sure. And I'm like, go ahead.
And the crazy part about that, it wasn't even a chin shot. It was just over the head, to the back of the head. But I guess when you come in with that much power, that'll do it to you.
And see, man, I watched the you know, you got to be quick. Like quick after the fight, somebody will throw the whole fight up on YouTube before the powers that be get a chance to take it down. So I actually watched it. I didn't order the pay-per-view, but I watched the whole fight on YouTube. And I tried to go back to it the next day, and it got taken down. Damn. And so I watched the whole fight, but it was boring. The fight was boring, in my opinion. But I feel like what's his name?
Jake Paul?
Nah, the other dude.
Tyron Woodley.
I feel like he didn't deserve to win, man.
Nah,
because he clocked him, and he didn't go in the fight. Anytime you ever seen and especially when it's something where it was Floyd against Conor McGregor, or you know what I'm saying, any type of fight where it was an obvious mismatch, and even when Floyd hit Logan Paul, with a good one, he went at him and tried to end the fight, but he was just too much smaller than him to really put him down. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I ever seen a fighter land a shot like that, they try to jump on him and try to end the fight. Yeah. He didn't do that, and I'm like, what you waiting on? But I also watched the face off, and in the face off they asked him what's your, you know what I'm saying, what's your assessment of Jake? And he was like, he got a strong right hand. I'll give him that. He got a strong right hand. And so I'm thinking maybe he didn't want to walk into that right and get put down.
So I was gonna say, sometimes you just don't want to rock up and walk up on like that, because sometimes somebody be faking. Like I seen a UFC fight, right, where this dude got kicked in the ribs, or kicked in the ribs. He was acting like he was hurt. He started limping like this. As soon as dude came close to finishing, boom, knocked him out.
I seen that.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful, because you know some of these cats is faking out here. But I don't know. I think it was more about size. You look at Jake Paul; he's way bigger than Tyron Woodley. So it could have been size and power that he had on the side, that he was like, I just gonna run up on that white boy like that. He kind of yokey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But the over the head shot was clean. It sent him on his way.
I was just like, I didn't really get into boxing really. Like my dad was always a big boxing fan, and so whenever he would go with his friends to watch a fight party, I would go, but I was really going to kick it with my friends, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really big into the fight like I would be big into the NBA Finals game, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really get into boxing until like maybe like 2009, 2010. But now, and I was like, oh, this is dope. I'm learning more about it, like different fighters and all of that. But now it just, I don't know. It's just that I'm turned off by how the Paul brothers have the sport turned up like that. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not into boxing either. I don't follow it. I'm more of like when the fight's there that night, I'm gonna watch it, just to watch some entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But UFC, I actually follow UFC.
And you know what? I can't even really say. Sorry, I got some kind of thorn or something in my leg. I can't even really say I was a boxing fan really, because I was really just a Floyd fan. Yeah. Like I seen that the first time I seen Floyd fight in either 08 or 09 and what it was, and I was like, yo,
same here.
That is beautiful to watch, bro. And I was like, every time this nigga fights, I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I can't even really say. But actually, I started getting more into other boxers, into the whole sport of it. I got into the sport of it because of Floyd, because of how technically amazing he is.
The defense, that defense.
And so I got into learning more about the technique of it and what the names of different things are and different fighter styles. But even still, it wasn't like two other random niggas fighting. I gotta watch this fight too. It was like, you know, I'm gonna watch all the undercard, but it's gonna be only the Floyd fight. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's nobody that I watch now, that I look at now, that makes me like, of course, like Floyd's the GOAT. Like ain't nobody that's like saying like, oh, ain't nobody made me feel like MJ felt. It's like, of course, but actually, you know what?
Floyd is the GOAT.
Gervonta, what's his name? Gervonta Davis?
Wilder?
No. It's a little short, light-skinned guy. I like him.
Oh, you talking about Davis?
I like him.
Light-skinned cat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like him.
Nice. He fight on Floyd's team.
He gets busy. I like him.
They said he rocked Floyd in spars one time.
Yeah.
With a clean left, sent him.
I believe it.
Yeah, you see what he did to the other boy?
Yeah. I believe it. He's dangerous.
He is. He's nasty. I wouldn't want to get in the ring with him.
Hell nah.
Never.
Hell no. And see, I've said this a few times before, bro. Like, I really want to box. I really, and I've gone to a few gyms when I was in LA. I like my cousin boxes, and he is nice with it. He knocked out like all the like out in LA. Like everybody used to come to his gym, and then they even did like a little thing where they had like the gang members was coming in there. And granted, like he knows how to fight, but like the niggas like real like hood niggas that you think like could get in there and wash him, and he put them down like Cuzzo got hands.
Street fighting and boxing is two different things.
Different, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he showed me some things, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, you know what I'm saying, I went to a few gyms like with my girl, with you know what I'm saying, a few homies a few times, and literally every gym I've gone to, a trainer's been like, yo, you pretty nice, like you pretty good at what you're doing, bro. You should come back and like make this a thing. But every time I just can't help but feel like they just like trying to gas me for my money, you know what I'm saying? They like just keep coming back, keep paying me, you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing about life, bro. When you offer the
never know
opportunity,
until you try it.
You offer the opportunity where you get to do something great and be something different, you gotta take it to see what it is.
That's
you never know, that could be your thing. Maybe you was meant to be a boxer.
Maybe.
You just ain't tried your whole life.
It's funny, Steph and Jesse always called me a brawler. They always called me a brawler. Yo, you ever had any moments like that where it was like somebody offered you something and you was like, you know what, I gotta seize this opportunity and end up being something really beneficial for you?
Said, have I?
Because I mean, you're a barber. How'd you become a barber?
Good question. Okay, so I became a barber just because, you know, as I got into like middle school, high school, you know what I'm saying, I started really worrying about my appearance, you know what I'm saying? So I would always brush. You know how we used to do with the waves, the do-rag. You know how we used to do it, man.
Yeah, everybody. Let me say that before you keep going. Everybody was trying to keep their hair nice, but Dre was one of them niggas that was extra. He was like, "Yo, the wave cap is staying on until I step out the car.
360.
I'm hitting my brush for 30 minutes before I go to sleep." Like Dre was serious about it. You know what I'm saying? And the way they was always dipping. I give you that. They was dipping.
Shout out Sporting Waves, man.
Facts.
But yeah, so you know, I always wanted to keep myself really cut nice and clean. But my aunt and my uncle, they couldn't afford to give me $20 every week for a haircut. So I did some things, you know. So I learned, you know, I shot some dice. I sold a little bit of this, a little bit of that in high school, you know, to get my money up. Actually, my auntie, she gonna laugh when she see this. So I go to school one day and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I get a call from my auntie like, "Yo, like, what is this underneath your bed?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" She's actually the first person to find my stash of weed. You know what I'm saying? That's how she figured out and knew I was selling drugs out of her house. But anyways, I used that money to give me some clippers and I start practicing on myself. Practicing on, you know, like my little cousin and stuff. Only during the summertime though, when we didn't have school. When we sent to school messed up. So once I got kind of good, you know, people was like start asking like, "Yo, who cut you up?" I'm like, "Me?" They're like, "Nah." I'm like, "Yeah." They say, "Oh, I pay for that." I'm like, "Really?" And that's how I just started cutting, boom, boom. But how I really just became a barber was, so after I left San Diego, I moved back to the Bay Area, you know, with my dad's side of the family. You know, daddy doing this thing. How old were you when you moved? This was right after high school.
So you're like 18?
18, 19. Okay. 18, 19. I went back up to the Bay. And
what high school did you graduate from? I don't even think I know that.
I graduated from San Diego High.
Okay, I didn't know that.
The Cave.
My bad, go ahead.
So
moved to the Bay at 18.
Yeah, moved to the Bay at 18. I went back to the Bay at 18.
Right.
I was doing my thing, you know, doing my little straight thing, having fun, you know, trying to be a thug, trying to be a goon, trying to stick niggas up, just trying to do a lot of shit. We were just doing some bad shit. You know what I'm saying? If you ever lived in Oakland or San Francisco, you know how it is out there. I actually caught a case, you know what I'm saying, where I went to jail for a little while. Not prison, just the county. I got out, I fought my case, they gave me like 7 years of probation. They said I need to go to school and find a trade, find something to do, da-da-da-da. So I went through this program in Berkeley. They actually paid my grant for me to go to barber school. So I didn't want to go to college, you know, do schoolwork. Like, that was never my thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I went through barber school, finished that, and you know, boom, you know, I'm legal now.
That's dope. I never got the whole story. I just assumed it. I never heard that's how the start came. Yeah. But I assumed that you just got nice cutting your own hair and then started cutting other people's hair.
Yeah, I messed up my hair a lot of times before I gave it that golden one. But once I did it, I knew it. I was like, that's the one. Mm-hmm. Stepped outside. And we've been good since then.
I feel it. That was, I mean, I can't really say that's my story as far as like being a cameraman, like being a photographer. I've told different like variations of how I started like as a cameraman, but the real story is I was writing short films and I wanted to I was writing short stories and I wanted to be a short film. And at the time my girl was doing like product shots for different like black owned hair care products because she has natural hair. And so she wanted like a camera, like a really, really nice camera to take the pictures with. And she bought that camera and I was like, I could use this camera to like shoot my short films. And so that's really like, but I needed to practice. And so I just started like going to the high school basketball games and like finding little different ways to practice. So that was really how I got my start. Now it turned into all of this for real.
Hey, shout out to the kid. He do his thing with the camera, man. From the news station to the Drew League, man, to photo shoots for me, because I do music too. You know what I'm saying? Photo shoots for me, like, he doing his thing, man.
Man. I shouldn't tell it on here. You said the Drew League and it made me thought of actually I told you that story at your house, the little situation I had when I was walking outside at the Drew League.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't tell that on here because the Drew League is all about positivity. And that was anyway. So let's keep it moving. Actually, you know what? Why I meant to keep talking about sports when you was talking about Jake Paul and all of that. Did you see oh yeah, you a Warriors fan. I was about to say the Lakers, we got Rondo back, man.
Not worried about it.
You should be.
Not worried about it.
You should be. We got Dwight and Rondo back, and we got Carmelo, and we got shooters. The league gonna be in trouble, man.
I don't know,
League will be
man.
in trouble. League will be in trouble. Warriors gonna be straight though. Y'all getting Clay back.
Getting that boy back.
You know what I'm saying?
Clay, man.
Wiseman gonna be a year better. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be alright. Y'all not gonna be as good as us. Y'all had y'all run. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had y'all dynasty
I
run.
don't know. I feel like y'all had y'all too because you got to deal with a lot of health issues. LeBron's out.
AD still young.
AD's out. His ankles only got about 2 more twists before that shit tear. He's rolling on a not flat tire, but it's almost flat.
I feel it. I mean, I ain't nothing.
Once he goes down, that's a difference maker.
It is.
That's a difference maker, especially if we bring somebody like Wiseman to town. Like, y'all ain't got AD? Oh my God.
AD gonna be alright.
Oh,
AD gonna be alright. Hopefully, I think, and I hope that he's heard everybody calling him soft and calling him fragile. So that him wanting to prove everybody wrong, and then that coupled with him being teammates with LeBron and how much money LeBron spends on his body and how well he take care of his body, I'm thinking those two things together will make him be like, you know what, I'm gonna yoke up a little bit, I'm gonna get a little bit more sturdy. Because I'm like, bro, like what? It's obvious that he tried to add something every summer and get better every summer, but it's like, fam, you need to add something to your frame every summer is what it seemed like, because he keep getting hurt. And at this point, it's like you can do everything now. You can score from all 3 levels. You can handle the ball. You've been dunking on niggas.
His 3-point ball came a long way.
You know what I'm saying? You can do everything now. Now it's time to get sturdy.
Shit, and I got nothing but love for AD. You know what I'm saying? He played for my favorite college team, Kentucky.
Right.
Basketball, as far as basketball. You know, football is Oregon. Basketball is Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got nothing but love for him. But he's, like you said, he's fragile, man. Mm-hmm. One bump, he's done.
Bro, he said Oregon. It made me think. Did you see the kid from the kid from Lincoln about to announce his college?
Oh, yeah, he coming to the O.
And his dad ruined it?
Coming to the O. I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, bro. So they got Oregon. I forget all the teams, but they got, like, you know, the papers, they got like the team logo on there.
Yeah.
He got the Oregon one, say you got the USC and the UCLA, San Diego State. He got all the different teams on the table, right? And so they going around talking. They, you know, Paul Rudy talking to the coach. He's like, yeah, has there ever been a player from Lincoln that's been offered to go to Oregon and turned it down? The coach talking, you know what I'm saying? They talk to a teammate, this and that, and they go to the dad. The dad is like, oh yeah, he's a good kid, lazy, but he's a good kid, cracking jokes, trying to be funny for TV, and that's cool. He made the whole crowd laugh. He said he's a good kid, lazy, but he's a good kid, and I know he's gonna represent Oregon well. The kid hasn't announced where he's about to go yet. Everybody's waiting for him to say. Damn. I know he's gonna represent Oregon well. He cut his side.
Oh, damn! Come on, Pop.
Bro, it got picked up by SportsCenter. SportsCenter posted it on their Instagram.
No.
Bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Bro, that's something my dad would have did. That's something my dad would have did for sure.
Yeah, he'll be a good player for us, man. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be real solid. I can't wait.
He's the second guy. It's two players from, if I'm not mistaken, both of the Jalils from Lincoln. They both going to Oregon. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. You see, go ahead.
I'm happy, man.
Oh, okay. Before we leave sports, I want to talk about, because we went downtown last Thursday after I got done with work.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
And we was down there, and this was the last game of the Padres Dodgers series. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure everybody knows, but if you don't know, you know, Padres Dodgers, that's a big baseball rivalry. You know what I mean? That's like it's a sport. You know what a sports rivalry is. And we downtown, and so right when we park, and obviously the Petco Park where the Padres play is downtown, and we're downtown finishing up work. We're going to grab a drink, right? So I'm going to we park the car. And we jump out, and this mad Dodgers jerseys walking into the park.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mad Dodgers jerseys, and you were genuinely asking. You was like, "What's up, y'all swept them?" Because you keep up. You're a Giants fan. You're a big baseball fan. Like, you keep up with. I keep up with NBA. That's it. Yeah. A little bit of college because I was coaching high school, and some of the kids that I coach are in college, and you want to see if they want to go pro. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But a couple guys that play for San Diego State. I got a few friends that play college, so I watch it loosely. But I really follow the NBA. But you're asking, like, yo, y'all finished the sweep? This and that. They're like, yeah. And so we've been in the corner, and now we, like, in the middle of downtown now. And then so it's jerseys everywhere, all different colored Padres jerseys, all the blue and white Dodger jerseys. And for me, for number one, I've never been to a sports rivalry game. I've been to a handful, more than a handful. I've been to a bunch of Padres games growing up in San Diego in my life. Never been to a Chargers game. Never been to an NFL game in my life. Been to a bunch of Clippers games, but I've never been to a rivalry sporting event. Professional. High school for sure, obviously, but professional. And I still haven't. But to be downtown after one finished up and just to see, people in line waiting behind us, talking, arguing back and forth and just doing the whole thing, it was dope, bruh. It made me want to, I wouldn't mind just going hanging out downtown after every Padres Dodgers series.
Especially if the Padres lose. That's like the best time to be downtown. Like when they lose, man, those fans, they just get drunk. You know what I mean? So they bring out all the Padre girls. Shout out to y'all. The Dodger girls is out there too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I had a field day. It was fun. I was talking my giant shit. When you're in first place, you can talk that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So my team has been in first place for like the past 3 months. We just lost last night by 2 points in a close game in like the 9th inning. But we'll bounce back from that. But as far as like rivalries, I've been to the last game the Chargers and the Raiders played down here. I went to that. And that shit was lit. You know what I'm saying? There was so many people at that game. The atmosphere was fun. This is back when we had like Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack, and all them dudes. It was popping. Loved it.
I guess we can do a little behind the scenes talk on camera. So we obviously, we already said it, the podcast is going to be called From the Sandbox, but I want to incorporate our jobs, like what we do, how we make money, into the podcast somehow.
Okay.
Like I want to come in here, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just you coming in here and talking about like how your week was at the chair. If you had like a client come in with like some crazy story to tell you, or like some crazy haircut that you did, or maybe something that was hard. Just any story that you got from
stories all day. For that shit.
Exactly, because you with different people every day. You know what I'm saying? And then I got mad different clients. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always in different spaces, in different gyms, seeing different parents doing different things, and you know what I'm saying? So I just want to incorporate that somehow, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be, I know I got to, just from covering high school sports, I know I do have a small, you know what I'm saying, high school audience, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? You never know like who's watching. If somebody want to be a barber, if somebody want to be a photographer, you know what I'm saying? They might, you know what I'm saying? They might, pick up something that we drop off, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to incorporate our jobs into it somehow.
Bet.
You know what I mean?
Bet I'm down.
And then also we gonna hit up my girl Raquel Rome. The artwork, the artwork page that I sent you. Her name is Raquel Rome, same last name. Just met her on Instagram.
No relation?
No relation. Wow. Everybody be saying that too, because I shouted her out like crazy on my sports show. Everybody was, when I said like no relation, everybody was like, fam, I never met nobody named Rome until I met your
Me
family.
neither. You guys are still the only people with that last name that I know.
Mm-hmm. She's the only person that I've seen. Like there's Sylvia Rohn in the music industry. There's different Rones that I've seen. Like of course, like if you Google your name or something, but I've never met anyone with the same last name as me until I met her. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we gonna hit her up and we gonna fill this whole wall with artwork from her. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a lot of fun with this podcast, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna drop every week. The audio is gonna be on SoundCloud and on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. SoundCloud and on Spotify, and then the video is gonna be on YouTube. And just like I do with every other piece of content that I make, I'm gonna chop up little clips and put them on Instagram. So we're gonna do that too. You know what I'm saying?
Bet.
I guess we could steal an idea from what we used to do on Family Room Podcast, because we've known each other for so long. What's one of your favorite or wildest memories
growing up
that involved the two of us? Even if there was more people in it, even if it don't really have to do with me, but I just maybe had to do with you and Steph or you and Adam, but I just happened to be there. But just anything from that, like when the two of us were there.
So one of my wildest memories is so there's this one time, I don't know why, I just woke up. It was a regular day. I'm telling niggas, oh, it's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? We go to school, we get off, we come back home.
Oh man.
Y'all come to my house knocking, talking about, yo, I heard this young birthday. He said he having a party. My father trying to look at me and say, ain't this boy's birthday?
His birthday ain't till August.
His birthday ain't till August.
Oh man, it was like May or something.
Didn't your mom give me a cake or something, or a gift?
Yeah, bro. She sent us down there with a card and a gift, bro.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. I remember we came back. My mom was like, "What? It ain't his birthday." What you mean it ain't his birthday? I was like, Miss Jones said it ain't his birthday.
That's one of my wildest. See, the other wildest one is like,
we gonna do this every week, so you know what I'm saying. I mean, you can tell whatever you want to say, but I'm saying we're gonna do this every week. Though. But go ahead.
Okay.
But go ahead.
So my deepest, wildest one, man. Y'all might laugh. I mean, it's funny to me to this day. But there was one occasion where I came home, right? My foster mom was gone. I had to take a crap like a mug. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot about that.
Adam wouldn't let me in his house. I don't even think I knew Adam that good, really.
You did it. And y'all never really had an issue, but y'all never really like got close like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I hit up the block right in front of these niggas' house right here. No, it was in front of Butch's house.
Butch's house.
It was in front of Butch's house.
Of the tree.
Right in front of the tree. I had nowhere to use the bathroom. I couldn't hold it. You got to be in this position to understand. Okay? I couldn't hold it. I had to let it out. So I took a squat right there on the curb like a damn dog and just took a dump right there on the grass. Right there. Next thing you know, I'm walking up the street pulling my pants up. This nigga Adam looking at me talking about, ugh. This nigga talking about, ugh. You nasty. I was like, hey, you gotta go, pimp. And then I was on the block because the nigga took the shit in front of the house. But hey, when you gotta go, pimp.
I was about to say, like you said, man, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You gotta be in that situation at that point in time to see what I did there. If I could have held it, I would have held the shit. I couldn't hold it.
Mm-hmm.
It was something in them school lunches, man. Something in them school lunches.
You know what? When you say the school lunches, bro, I was just telling somebody not too long ago, bro. Those school lunches are why I'm a roan. We're thin, skinny people, or why I'm so skinny, bro. Cause like both my brothers got like size on them, but like in school, like elementary school, middle school. Well, no, middle school we got money to like buy like pizza and breadsticks if we wanted, but like in elementary school, all coming up, bro. If I didn't like whatever came out of the cafeteria, I just didn't eat that day, bro. Like straight up, I wouldn't try to like. And some kids like, oh, I'll trade you this for that, da 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 da. I would go through the line like literally, bro, like literally. A lot of the times too, because you know, if you, especially for us, we got the free reduced lunch. You know what I'm saying? We punch in the number. I would literally know what it is. Punch in my number, grab the tray, drink the chocolate milk, dump the food. Drink the chocolate milk, eat the applesauce, and just dump the food. If I didn't like it, I just wouldn't eat it. And there was a lot of stuff I didn't like, bro.
Yeah, there was a lot of bad shit up there. Like, I mean, besides like the peanut butter and jelly jam crackers, that was solid.
And bro, it was a lot of like, to the point where like, if I didn't like the smell, I wouldn't even try it. Wouldn't even try it.
The pizza used to be foul.
I never ate the pizza, and they used to give it out every Friday. So I pretty much damn near all elementary school, I didn't eat lunch on Fridays because I didn't like the pizza.
Damn, I couldn't did it.
And I remember all my friends, oh, pizza. I used to be like, y'all really be that thick ass cheese and that. I did not. Hey, shout out to Valencia Park, man. I wish my son could go to Valencia Park for real.
VP.
Because my son's, that's something I can get into, man. How did you deal with that first day of school, man? That first, your daughter's first day of school, or like, you know what I'm saying? Because my son's starting school, man, and I'm one of them parents that's like, I don't over worry, but I do worry up to the point where I'm about to over worry. You know what I'm saying? And Barron's starting school soon, and I only worry as much as I do really because like Barron he's different. Like my son is different. Like he responds to things differently. He's just different, man. And I know like once like his babysitter loves me to death. Like he can't do no wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you gotta like be around him and understand him to get to that point. And I know a lot of the times in public school, a kid, and especially a black kid, if you can't sit down and be quiet when they say, or you rock the boat a little bit, they're gonna he's interrupting other people's ability to learn, and they just send you to the other room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so granted it's only kindergarten, you know what I'm saying? But I know once they put that label on you, it follows you throughout your entire academic career. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm a little I don't know. I'm just a little leery about stuff, man. I know like I said, I know I'm probably over worrying, but how did you? I'm not saying you would have had those same issues or concerns, but how did you deal with that first day of school, or like leading up to that first day of school?
I mean, that first day, I was.
How old is your daughter?
She's 8.
She's 8. Okay.
Yeah. That first day of school, I remember her getting dressed. She was actually happy to go to school because she's actually a real brainiac. She's actually, for her age, she's reading at like a higher level. She's real quick with math. She's the person that's going to raise her hand and give you the answer. I know it. And everything in her class, she's like top grade, awards, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really worried about the learning part, because she interacts a lot. But I was worried about stuff like kids trying to bully her, because she's a real soft person. She's soft spoken. She would, like, before she fight you, she'd rather talk and say, let's just be friends. That's just her personality. She's not going to want to fight you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I was worried about kids trying to bully her. And then we eventually started having those problems where kids would see the easy target, she's not fighting back. They would try to bully her, call her names, do all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? We even had like a little white boy in the class call her the N-word one time. Yeah. You gotta remember, they go to school in El Cajon, Granite Hills. Mm-hmm. So we had that happen, and then it came a point to where she was like, well, if I'm not gonna do nothing, I'm gonna tell my brother. So my stepson started responding, and he started,
knocking food
defending the family. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You gonna mess with my sister, I'm gonna mess with you. Mm-hmm. So he was getting sent home a lot. But for stuff like that, you're not, in my house, you're not in trouble for that. You was defending your sister? Nigga, I'm gonna slap you 5. Right. Buy you some ice cream.
I might even give you some money.
You feel me? Play your video game.
Right.
But if you're just going to school starting stuff for no reason and you're always the issue, then that's gonna be a problem for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, school, it's fun. Eventually, after a while, they'd be home so much, you'd be happy going to school. Like, yes, you got school in the morning. Mm-hmm. Thank you, I get a break. Mm-hmm. But then, as days you start to miss, like, man, I can't wait till she get out of school so I can give her a hug. So I can see her.
And I know that's exactly how I'm going to be, too, because I'm that, like, I was just thinking about that over the weekend. I was like, man, Barron started school. And it's just me and Max. I'm going to really be able to bust some moves. Like, I'm going to be able to get up to the radio station and, like, like pre-record some drops and like get a bunch of work done, because Barron, like, he need to be he need interaction, you know what I'm saying, the whole time. Mm-hmm. And Max, you could just kind of give him a little toy or give him a book, and he can kind of rock out, you know what I'm saying. So I know I'm gonna miss Barron, because I miss him. Like, I drop him off at the babysitter and miss him 10 minutes later, but I know I'm gonna miss him while we at school. But I'm looking forward to, because I'm a stay-at-home dad. I'm with both my kids during the day, and I only break out to like create content and be a cameraman. I only do that at night, you know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm looking forward to having more freedom during the day, but I know I'm gonna miss him. And I do worry about the bullying thing too. I'm not the parent that's like, I'm not like a helicopter parent. I don't gotta hover and be right there and do everything, but Barron doesn't always communicate everything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I would hate for there to be a time, maybe I shouldn't even speak it into existence. I would hate for there to be a time when like something happened and he doesn't come home and speak about it. But actually, I was just about to say though, he's gotten a lot better with that. His language has gotten a lot better. His communication's gotten a lot better. But
that's good.
But I'm just, what I'm saying, just being a overly concerned parent. That's all. But I am looking forward to him going to school. He'll be going to school in Southeast. I want him to go to Valencia Park, but we don't haven't addressed that. But that's the thing. He's going to the school right down the street from the VP. He's going to he's going to school right down the street from him. He's going to Nye. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's going to Nye?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody has that reaction, like, oh damn, Nye, that's a really good school. Everybody has that reaction.
Nye.
Yeah, he's going to Nye.
Send that boy to VP.
I wanted them too, man, but we don't have they do it by address. Yeah, so not gonna be able to go to VP. VP was dope, man. I went there kindergarten through 5th, man. VP, that was the school.
90's was fun, bro.
Mm-hmm.
90's, you could play outside, ride your bike with your boys, leave your house unlocked. With nobody coming messing with you. It was cool, man. A lot of things done changed since then, man.
And I tell people all the time, man, like, I just feel like life was slower. And granted, I was a kid and I didn't have priorities, so of course I feel like life is slower. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like time moved slower back then. It felt like the summer was like that first day back to school. You feel like, damn, I ain't been here in a year. It feel like, you know what I'm saying? And now, like, I used to work before another school program, and now it's like you get back to school, you be like, damn, I low-key feel like summer went long enough. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in the 90's, like, anybody that you knew that was in high school that was like, I'm gonna go get a work permit and go get a job. They just got a permit and got a job. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, it's dumb hard. Like, jobs are scarce out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I 100% agree with you. The 90s was a much better and a much funner and simpler time for sure.
Because we would just go to sleep, wake up, boom, play outside all day when it's summertime. You know what I'm saying? Sun up to sundown. Basketball for like an hour, smear the queer, tag, hide and go get it. We used to play a lot. Knock knock, zoom zoom. There was a lot of stuff we played that we did.
Fam. When what was her name? Dominique.
Light skin? Dark skin? So I remember Stephon had light skin.
And you had the other one.
I had Coco. No.
I dated Coco.
You had Coco?
I must have dated her after you did.
Yeah, we must have switched in. We didn't know.
I dated Coco, yeah.
But I remember Dominique, because both of those Dominiques like Stephon, remember?
Yep.
The skinny black one and the light skin with the yeah.
Light skin was cute.
She was
cute.
She was.
But I was about to say, I never played hide and go get it until they came around.
Yeah.
I never played that until they came around.
Them was the black girls, the block girls right there. Where everybody knew them.
Man.
Shout out to them beautiful ladies, you know, if y'all see this.
For sure.
Nothing but respect for y'all.
I was about to say, we didn't, we had our hella saying names. I was about to say, we didn't get no last names. So
Feel me?
Though. Man, good times.
It was just a lot of good times, man. The 90s is nothing like it.
Not at all. And see, I try to recreate, like, I've noticed that about myself, and this will probably be another good little tangent we can go on. I've noticed that about myself, like, I've spent my whole, like, adulthood, like low key, like, without even, like, purposely, like, thinking that's what I'm doing. I spent my adulthood recreating my childhood, like, almost like recreating the vibe that I had in the 90s. Like, I
trying to make it seem like it's still the 90s.
Yeah, without even, like, I didn't set out to do that. Yeah. But, like, in the 90s, I went to Valencian Park. It's a performing after school. It's a performing arts school. The arts. All I do is the arts now. I'm a cameraman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I edit. That's all I do is the arts. Like, I married the girl that I met in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still, like, when I put my kids on the cartoons, they watching Recess. They watching Doug.
Good stuff.
They watching, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They watching Home Alone. You know what I'm saying? They watching all of the stuff. And bro, I have a Hulu and Netflix and Disney Plus and all of that, bro. I go straight back to the stuff that I've already seen a million times.
Because you want that feeling back. There's certain things in life that'll remind you of a certain time, certain spot, you know, certain year.
I still listen to old music, bro. Like, if it's not, honestly, bro, and people like, when I tell people, they're like, for real, my nigga? Like, we can get, have you listened to Kanye's album before we get
I don't mess with Kanye.
I feel it. I'm gonna listen to the album, but I ain't turned it on yet. Outside of Jay-Z's 444, Jay-Z and Beyonce's Everything Is Love album, Victory Lab, by Nip. Blueprint. I still go back to. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, outside, like, I still listen to the same projects over and over.
Yeah, me too.
Like, when something new comes out, I'll listen to it like, oh, this was dope. It don't crack my rotation that I stick with all of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole, like, adulthood, I've been recreating, like, just all, like, and even when I'm not plugged up to the aux, I'm listening to 92.5, which is the oldie station.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do, like, I mean, I'm all on Instagram and social media and all of that. That's, like, definitely some new age type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I mess with a few new artists, you know, but for the main part, I still slap the 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying album, College Dropout, Fabulous, Ghetto Fabulous and Street Dreams, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cassidy, Jigga the 7 Figure Nigga. I still bump a lot of them cats too. A lot of that new shit just don't catch my attention. Cause I think time's different now. It's like now everybody in their raps, they just want to talk about sipping lean, popping mollies, and that's it.
And see, and that's like, it's just the top guys. And then when you mention that you're a fan of those top guys, people look at you like, well, of course you like that nigga. Like, if you tell somebody that you like Kendrick or Cole, they will be like, of course you like Kendrick or Cole, but these niggas really rap. They really got lyrics. They really got substance. They really talking about something. You know what I'm saying? And Good Kid, Mad City is in that rotation. I still listen to that, and that's not from my childhood. That's in the rotation. Cole is. I actually like Cole more than I like Kendrick.
I fuck with Cole.
And Friday, you know what? Friday Night Lights. It's not my favorite project from him, but that still makes my rotation. That's like one of his older ones too. But yeah, man. I when I noticed that about myself, it was like a month ago, and I was thinking about it, like, dang, like, and my whole life, like my parents, they always told me, like, you got an old, so like, you an old nigga, like,
yeah.
First time I seen the Temptations, I was like, yo, I want to be one of these niggas. I'm singing all the songs, watching the movies nonstop.
We used to watch that shit back in the day.
All the time,
Temptations,
bro.
5 Heartbeats.
My parents used to call me the Lost Temptation, bro. My parents used to call me the Lost. Oh, speaking of that, damn, I didn't write it down, but I did want to talk to you about it. About, I'm glad I said that, about the Temptations. I wanted to talk about, like, things, like, being super connected and you finding out about it late. Like, I don't know, how do I want to say this? Like, has there ever been a time in your life where, like, something happened to you or you had a thought about something as an adult and it made you be like, damn, that's why I always did that as a kid, or that's why I was into that as a kid, or that's why this, or you ever had a moment like that?
Yeah, I say that to say because coming up as a kid, I was a real good football player. I played for good teams. I played for good high schools.
Facts. You were super.
You know what I'm saying? But I could never keep my grades up to go to like a big school or go to like a college. You know what I'm saying? So after I done my last year in high school, I did 1 year junior college, and then that was it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like doing schoolwork. I don't like sitting in class doing that kind of shit. So I feel like me learning the game was meant for me to be in a position to teach my stepson the game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I taught him how to play football. You know what I'm saying? He was starting running back on the team, starting linebacker. We went to the championship, won, and all the shit. So I feel like that was.
This is on a nationally ranked Pop One football team. This isn't just like little city.
Yeah.
This is like a nationally ranked football, like little league team. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we was at El Cajon Valley. We won a D2 championship. Then we switched to LT, and then that's when he won his Super Q Bowl. They won the state championship against his team from LA called the Cali Bears. They were just dominating. So I feel like my purpose wasn't to go to the NFL. My purpose was to learn the game to be able to teach it to kids when I got older.
That's dope. And see, it made me think of it when I said the Temptations, because and I actually wrote this down in my notes when I was like writing down notes for the podcast. I accidentally like erased that note card and started a new one and forgot about that, but I'm glad I thought about it right now. But so I said the Temptations. As soon as I heard I heard the song My Girl way before I ever saw the movie. But as soon as I heard the song, I'm like, I love this song. Like, it's a dope song. Call Me a Simp. I always thought My Girl was like the dopest song, you know what I'm saying? And then fast forward to like, what is it, like 98, 99 when the Temptations movie came out, and like I'm watching it and like the whole thing, and like I and mind you, in our house, like, as you know, but you know, Pops he's a minister, so in our house it was either oldies or gospel. It wasn't no current stuff from the 90's at the time. It was oldies or gospel. And that was how I heard My Girl, from my parents just playing oldies all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then so I see the movie, and I had already seen the 5 Heartbeats, and I had loved the 5 Heartbeats already. And my dad told me that the 5 Heartbeats was like, they were like perpetrating the Temptations. So I'm like, I gotta watch this. Like, it was like loosely based on the Temptation story. So like, I gotta watch the real thing then. And so I'm watching the Temptations, and I'm like, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. Like, I'm hooked on it, you know what I'm saying? And then I hear the song My Girl in the movie, and I'm like, oh dang, like these niggas make the song My Girl. And then so this is getting into like stuff being connected. So I always loved the song My Girl, and then the Temptations movie comes out, and it's like, to this day, it's my favorite movie that I've ever seen to this day.
It's good.
The guy that plays Eddie Kendricks went to church with my parents.
Oh yeah.
In Long Beach. His
one that played Eddie Kane?
No. The one that played, his name, not Eddie Kane, is from the 5 Heartbeats. The lead singer of the 5 Heartbeats.
You're right.
Eddie Kendricks was the high pitched voice in the Temptations. That's his actual name.
The one that went to the house and was like, "Yeah, I want your son to be in this group." When he went to the mom's house.
No, that's Blue. That's the dark. That's
you're right.
That
is Blue.
So the two.
He's the darkest one.
Yeah, skinny.
Yeah.
Like real like You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so his real name is Teron Brooks. He actually, like, when you look at my parents, my dad, like I said, my dad's a minister. The actual, like, first, like, VHS of his first ever sermon, the guy that played Eddie Kendricks is sitting behind my dad in the choir section.
Oh,
He's
what?
behind my dad in that video. Like, he went to church with my parents. So I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Like, the nigga that played in this movie of, like, the group that I've been loving, he's, you know what I'm saying, he went to church with my parents. That's crazy connected. You know what I'm saying? And then my dad never met his biological father. My dad's from Detroit. The Temptations, Motown is obviously Detroit, Michigan. My dad's from Muskegon, Michigan, but Detroit, Michigan, it's not close, but it's the same state. When my dad's biological father passed away, we go to my granny's house in Long Beach because she was, like, preparing the service. Because she was married to the nigga, like, had a baby with him, like, you know what I'm saying? She's helping prepare the service. She's going through all her old stuff, and she shows my dad a picture of his dad, my biological grandfather, and David Ruffin.
What?
The lead singer of the Temptations. So my biological grandfather used to, like, literally big kick it with David Ruffin, like, while he was, like, the biggest star in the world.
That's crazy.
My grandfather used to actually kick it with David Ruffin.
That's crazy. And that's your favorite movie. That's crazy.
That's wild, bro. Not just movie, like, group. Like, I love the Temptations. Like, they, like, Boys to Men.
They make good music. Good music.
Don't nobody come close to, you know what I'm saying, to the Temptations. You know what I mean? I thought of, like, when the funeral happened, I didn't think about, like, how crazy everything was. I just thought it was dope that, like, I mean, the dude, to be real, like, my actual biological godfather, nigga's a scumbag. Like, he ran off of my granny and my dad, like, right after my granny was pregnant. Niggas are real scumbags. So I guess I shouldn't celebrate the fact, you know what I'm saying? But, like, just, like, speaking to how connected it is that, like, my actual, like, blood godfather was, like, good friends with David Ruffin.
That's dope.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That's dope.
But anyway, that was it. And I think that's enough tangents that's going to come with me for today. This was a good episode 1, man. This was a good episode 1.
All day, man.
We gonna have fun doing the podcast, man. We got fun. We go get a few episodes deep, start inviting some guests in, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to, maybe we can just leave this table here, but I was thinking I want to get like a coffee table to put right here, so, like, we got, like, some wine or we got some drinks, we could just, you know what I'm saying, had a drinks right there.
I could find one of those on offer up easily.
Easy. I was already looking on, and I found one too, but the girl was like, this thing is heavy. So I was like, I don't want nothing that's dumb heavy, because I already got to bring all the equipment and stuff, but, you know what I'm saying? But we'll get it figured out, man. And you finally flipped your hat on. I got to tell the people, we did not plan to wear the same hat. We just pulled up, but we got the same hat on, you know what I'm saying? This was fun, man. This was something, man. I gotta shake your hand on that, man. It's gonna be a fun podcast.
Definitely,
man.
bro.
From the Sandbox podcast, man. It's episode 1. My name is Mike.
It's your boy D.
We appreciate y'all rocking with us, man.
All day.
Be back.
Peace.